straightforward and honest to the citizens of America because we as a people, you all need to know what is going on in our land. I would show my face and make this video with my own voice, but to protect my identity from the oppressive government, I hide my identity and am allowing this narrator to speak for me. Let's get to it. Do you see this black and white flag with the blue line? It has become a symbol of America's biggest gang of thugs. The police. The very ones that sworn to uphold the law and yet they break it. In U.S. Code 700. Desecration of the flag of the United States, penalties. A. 1. Whoever knowingly mutilates, defaces, physically defile, burns, maintains on the floor or ground, or tramples upon any flag of the United States shall be fined under this title or imprisoned for not more than 1 year, or both. What a disgrace and dishonor. That is not our flag. This is our flag. I am militia. For those who do not know our purpose, we are to make sure that your freedom and liberties are protected from oppressive authority to ensure a free state. There are over 3 million militiamen and women all over the United States. We have found the government guilty of tyranny. Our Constitution was founded to ensure that we are not forced into dictatorship and government abuse. This threshold has been overstepped and we have found the government guilty of fraud, dictatorship, lawlessness, infringing, rebellious, and domestic terrorism by creating laws that stomp our rights of freedom, such as having to have a driver's license to drive, along with insurance, tags, and license plates. This is DMV fraud. In constitutional law, Section 329 page 1135 clearly states that driving is not a mere privilege but a right under liberty and the pursuit of happiness. Also, the right to the people to travel upon public highways freely without hindrance, and as long as that person is traveling in a safe manner. When the citizens get their license or a permit to drive, you are asking the government permission to drive on the highways our tax dollars pay for, and you are asking the government permission to exercise your free right. The government has no say-so over our rights, nor can the government overthrow our rights by engaging a law against it. No law, rule, or regulation can overthrow any American citizen's rights unless a law was broken and through the due process of law. The 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment protects us of this. The due process only applies through the court system and at the final judgment and sentencing. But if our rights are infringed or abridged due to a law placed against it, then the government says you have broken a law, though it was your right to exercise, and you are found guilty. Then this is an act of tyranny and foreseen as dictatorship, oppressive authority, fraud, and could be seen as a domestic terrorist acts against America and the law of the land known as the Constitution. Another fraudulent act is the IRS. We are forced to pay taxes by corporations and a government agency called the IRS. If you fail to pay the taxes on your car, home, or from your paycheck, you are found in violation. This is theft by extortion. The Constitution states that the property is to be taxed. No personal effects, or houses. Only the property, which is your land. You do not have to put your name on that tax paper. That is not law, that is from a government agency. DOT is also fraudulent. It is a hindrance. Supreme Courts have already ruled that driving is seen as traveling, and by the DOT, it is stated that you need a CDL to drive a commercial vehicle. A commercial vehicle is a vehicle used for commerce. Commerce is to make money, hence, using a vehicle to make money. Supreme Court has ruled that driving or traveling is a right, rather it is in personal transport, conveyance, or in business, such as commerce. In the Constitutional Law Section 329 page 1135 it also says we have a right to transport his or her belongings without hindrance. With this said about CDLs and driver's license. The public servants that have taken oath to their duties have to have these license because they have sworn to uphold the law, and the Constitution does not apply to them. They have their own separate Bill of Rights which gives them immunities, and them immunities only apply if they respect their oath and follow it accordingly. TSA is fraudulent. It goes against the Movement Act and the Fourth Amendment to unreasonable searches and seizures without probable cause. The Patriot Act also is fraudulent. For government agencies, they have to follow the Administrative Procedure Act. In 404 Public Law, Section 12, it states that no agency can diminish constitutional rights, and if such application, such as rules or regulations were to diminish constitutional rights, then that application, rule, or regulation will be invalid. Meaning, we do not have to comply. As is a new law, the Red Flag Act. The Red Flag Act is a statute that gives the government permission to take your guns if they feel like you don't need them without due process or probable cause. This is an infringement of the Second Amendment. This is where we draw the line. We, the militia, have sent out auditors all over America to audit the government, city, county, state, and federal public servants to see if they would respect our rights. Only a very few do respect our rights, while others will have egos and think because they have a badge or the authority to sit on a bench to judge they can make up their own laws. And casting the wrongful judgment upon innocent citizens simply because conflict of interest, conspiracy, which both is a serious crime and a felony. We the militia are asking for donations from the citizens of America to help support your rights and put a stop against this oppressive authority. The government is trying to turn the table on the citizens. This applies to district and circuit court judges. Most don't honor their code of conduct. When people have a right to be heard, the judges tell them to shut up, or allow the other party to object instead of making it clear that we have a right to be heard. We do still have a right to freedom of speech in the courtroom unless Miranda has been read to you and you are held for a capital. There are two types of due process. Judges also fail to allow citizens to represent themselves, which is also a right. Also, in the judge's code of conduct, they must use constitutional requirements, other court rules, and decisional laws. Decisional laws are known as case law. Such as a Supreme Court ruling, a lower court such as district, circuit, or state courts will have to follow that ruling and cannot overrule it. Meaning no law can trump a constitutional right. So if you are well in your right to do as you were, then the case should be dropped. Many these days are being arrested for holding a video camera and filming police in the course of their duties, which is tyranny and being oppressive authority simply because the police don't like being held accountable for their own actions. So the tyrants go against Supreme Court rulings and their own law enforcement policy and their oath to protect the Constitution and uphold the law by making up lies to cover their own selves from prosecution, so the tyrants can continue to harass, bully, make up their own laws, and continue to violate people's rights daily. Then you have these corrupt judges take sides with the tyrants even with proof of no law being broken, breaking their oath and code of conduct to be fair. By finding innocent citizens guilty just so they can earn $1 by extorting your money and slapping a charge on the citizen that never broke a law. I know, it has happened to me as well. I was arrested and charged with criminal trespass simply by walking in the general public with a video recorder. I did not break any law. I had video proof to back this up, but the district judge decided to take sides with the tyrants, overrule a Supreme Court ruling, violate his code of conduct, and his oath to find me guilty for exercising my right to freedom of the press. I had filed a civil rule and pointed out the lies on the judgment order the judge had written. The judge had also admitted to this, which make it a Class C felony for making a false declaration before the courts. I have had tried to file a complaint twice the Judicial Conduct Commission and was denied and told no action will be taken. I have had contacted the Department of Justice about the state troopers' misconduct and criminal acts, but no action was taken. I have contacted Internal Affairs, but no action was taken. I have contacted the governor, but no action was taken. Many militiamen and women have signed petition after petition, with well over enough signatures, but no action is taken. The government has gone rogue and have forgot who is boss. We the people own the government, and we are their boss. We pay their salaries through taxes. We need the government, but we do not need them overtaking our rights and thinking they can do as they wish and not follow laws and respect our rights as a people. This is a breach of the First Amendment under the freedom of the press and the right to redress our government. We the people founded the government, and we the people can take it down. It is also stated in the Constitution the right to the people to alter, reform, and abolish government. There is so much the citizens don't know because they don't know their rights. People think they are free, but we are not. We are doing this for you so your freedom is not taken from you. We love our country and we did not fight for it to be overrun by domestic terrorism. We ask for your help so we can protect your freedoms and to turn America back around and put it back the way it should be. Thank you, be safe, and God bless. America has truly become Foxtrot, Uniform, Bravo, Alpha, Romeo.